This is the At Home with Zac
and TT for the Millwall drive home, reporting and reviewing on the game that just finished at the Den. Millwall 1,
Reading 1.
Another draw. 4 games in a row, 4 draws, 2 0-0s and 2 1-1s. But before we say anything else, we want to say thank you very much for watching the drive home. We absolutely love the support that we get. You know, the views that we get all the way through lockdown. We're still going, and hopefully we'll be back soon. If you can drop a like on the video, it would be really appreciated, and put your comments on there because we love reading through it. And this week I'll try and respond to as many of you as I possibly can. So I really appreciate that. And also, I just want to say get well soon to my dad, to Zac's granddad. He's in hospital at the moment. He's had pneumonia about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Hasn't really cleared it up. You know, he's got liquid on his lungs, fluid on his lungs. They're draining that away, giving him intravenous antibiotics, and hopefully he'll be out. So I want to wish him all the best. Would you want to say anything?
Just get well soon, Grandad. I hope you are watching this and you enjoy it, because I really hope you get well soon. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's from us. And now we'll talk about the game. Like I said, that's 4 draws in a row, and we're a team that lack quality. There's no getting around it. We work hard. I felt we worked hard again today, but too many times passes go into nobody. You know, players like Woodson getting on the ball looking for a forward passing, it's just not there. There were some highlights today, and we'll talk about them. But overall, the quality in this squad is not good enough. You know, too many players that you're looking at a championship, lower championship and League One standard, and that's not enough to get us looking towards the playoffs, which, you know, on our day, we have that ability, but, you know, we just haven't looked like it recently. In goal, we had Bartosz Biliakowski. We had a back 4 today of Ryan Leonard, obviously filling in again for Marlon Romeo at right back, Murray Wallace at left back, and 2 centre-backs in Sean Hutchinson and Jake Cooper. In front of them, we had Ryan Woods and Sean Williams. Then we had kind of a front 3, but Scott Malone dropped deep quite a lot on the left wing. Jed Wallace on the right side. In front of them was Ben Thompson, who kind of linked a little bit with Matt Smith. Troy Parrott making his league debut for the Lions. Well, league debut, his first start for the Lions. And to be honest, I'll start with Troy Parrott, because I think Troy Parrott looked intelligent. You know, he kept dropping deep. I don't know whether that was part of the game plan, but he left Ben Thompson up front a lot of the time. But I felt that he looks today, the first time I've seen him with any time of minutes in him, he looks like he's got quality, and that's one thing that, you know, positively you can take out of it. Obviously, Jake Cooper and Sean Hutchinson, very resilient at the back. You know, Reading had 2 chances in the game. One literally in the 94th minute, where Lucas Shaw's put it wide, and the other one was the goal that they scored, which was well worked. Played Lucas Shaw down the left, and he's hit the ball straight at Bart, who really should be saving it. I've got to be honest. You know, Bart at the moment seems to go from the sublime to the ridiculous. He keeps us in game sometimes, and this is maybe it's a concentration thing. He hasn't had anything to do in the match, and then when he's called upon, he didn't do as well as he should do.
He opened his legs too much, because it goes through his legs and takes deflection of his boot. He left his legs a bit too wide open. Yeah,
he did, and it's disappointing because, to be fair, again, first half we didn't create much. Neither did Reading. There was a few shots from distance from the Lions. But like I said, only 2 shots on target the whole game for Reading, who are struggling for form themselves. But I thought the second half we created more from open play, and that's what you want to do. That's what you've got to do. We didn't create too many good chances, but Varson's put in on the left. He kind of mishits it when he comes on, and it goes over.
It was an alright shot. He didn't really miss it.
I felt like he mishit it, and he instead of trying to put it into the top right-hand corner, it's kind of hit it straight at the keeper, who's more towards the left-hand side of the goal, as you look at it from a striker's point of view. Ryan Leonard then has an awkward header to get. You know, the ball's bounced just in front of him from a flick on from Smith, and then that goes into the it kind of bounces over and goes wide, and then we have a chance in about the 91st minute where the ball's run down the right the best thing John Daddy Woodfarson does in the game. He cuts it to about the penalty spot, and Jed Wallace is stretching a little bit, but he's got to do better.
He's got to tuck it in from there, because he was on the 6-yard box. The keeper's in the middle of the goal. He's got to stick it into one of these corners. He's stretching out. He's sliding for the ball, and he's hit it a bit left of the goalkeeper, but it's straight at him, really.
And the thing that when I'm watching Mill at the moment, I just feel like we are a team that we're just not exciting to watch. It's not enjoyable. The games are not enjoyable. They're so frustrating. Zac will tell you that. I'm shouting at the TV a couple of times, and I just want us to. The forward movement is just not good enough, and then the touch is not good enough, and then the pass is not good enough. It's just not good. I know I'm saying it, but it's just not good enough. Time and time and time again. What was fantastic today, the best bit of quality in the entire match was the balls played out. Ben Thompson's fouled on the edge of the box. Up steps Jed Wallace.
No, it was Parrott on the edge of the box,
Parrott?
I think. Yeah, he had a shot and he got clipped.
Oh, yes, he did. Because we weren't sure whether it was...
it was a foul or not.
Yeah, but he did have two... Remember, he had two hands in his back. It was Troy Parrott. Gets pushed in the back. Jed Wallace puts the ball on the floor, 25 yards out, and curls the ball beautifully into the top left-hand corner with power.
It was a powerful curl.
Yeah, it was a powerful curl. And it's one of those where it's a goal that should win a game. It deserved to win the game today.
It was a bit like... It was in exactly the same part of the goal where Ronaldo striked against Portsmouth, but just not as much quality as Ronaldo's, though.
And a different side.
Oh, yeah, true.
But other than that, I felt that, because on commentary they said about Lucas Shaw didn't do much, but he took his chance. I know he had the one right near the end, but that was at a difficult angle. But Lucas Shaw gets one chance, he takes his chance. We do not create enough for our strikers. And, balls deep into the box for Jake Cooper to... He's not going to score a header from 18 yards out. You want to be putting that... And obviously Reading done well in that they kept a high line for any set pieces that could have caused us problems. And then because we lack the pace to get in behind them, when you look at the players all around the park, if I go through them, Ryan Leonard to me today made a number of mistakes. I felt his distribution was poor. I didn't think it was a game up to the quality that he's been at. Murray Wallace down the left, again, his delivery was dreadful. When he did get into an attacking position, his crosses into the box was woeful.
He also had a shot with his right foot, and it literally drizzled on the ground.
Yeah, it was awful.
Straight into the keeper's arms.
Defensively, both of them, again, as a back four, I thought they done well. But then, one thing that I do want to say, we both, our man in the match actually was...
Sean Williams.
Yeah, we thought Sean Williams had a really good game in the centre of the park. The amount of times today, because I think it helps without having that back three, the centre backs, the amount of times that he received the ball and turned on it and looked to play forward, although the options were very limited to play forward, he was looking to play forward. What neither Woods or Williams did enough was run on the ball. But quite a lot of the time, Williams, his crossfield balls out wide were of a good quality. And like we were saying about the lack of quality, that's where it's really good to see. And I felt Williams played really well today. If you look on the left, I don't think Scott Malone really got into the game at all.
He did have one bit where he drove straight at the ball.
But what was the end product?
I forgot, but
exactly.
It was
nothing. And that's the problem. And then you've got Jed Wallace on the right. Again, I think making mistakes, not quite doing enough in the final third.
He got the goal.
His goal was fantastic,
yeah.
And that is Premiership quality. There's no getting around that. But other than that, I felt his game wasn't great. We had, like I said, we've spoken about Troy Parrott. John Daddy Woodfarson, to me, I want every player that puts a Millwall shirt on to do well. I don't want any player to do badly. And I'm watching it thinking, I really want you to score today, because after all the grief you've got from myself included and any other Millwall fan, you want him to put it in there. And he just doesn't seem to have the quality for me. I haven't spoken about him much yet, but the player that started behind Troy Parrott, Ben Thompson, I thought was dreadful. Absolutely dreadful from Ben Thompson today. I think he'll be the first person to admit he was on the ball a lot, but it just seemed to go nowhere. He missed touches, his passes were alright. I'd love to see his pass percentage, because I doubt it's above 50%. It seemed to be mistake after mistake after mistake. He just didn't seem to get in the right areas today. It was just a difficult performance for Ben, which, you know, he was excellent other than his miss on Saturday. You know, his miss should have really, we should have won the game if not for those mistakes that were made in front of goal. But his all-round game on Saturday I thought was really good. Today he had nothing to his game and no chances, no shots, no nothing. Obviously Matt Smith came on and caused trouble in terms of his presence, but no real chances created for him. And overall, like I said, the ref's got to book the captain for Reading, because he's picked up Ben Thompson when he did have an injury on the floor. He's not booked him.
He's literally grabbed him up. By under there.
You can't do that. And it's not right. And too many times in the game, I felt that, you know, the ref didn't help it. He was stopping the game so often. You know, I feel he's going to sleep with his whistle tonight. That's for sure.
He was blowing it all over the place. Even if the team that got fouled had the ball, he would still go. Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah, there was very few play-ons, very few advantages in the game. We now go to Birmingham on Saturday with, you know, there's no getting around it. We've got a depleted squad. You look around the first team today and the players that are on the bench, he's going to have, I think you're probably going to have to freshen it up. Is Hayden Muller going to get a chance? You know, you've got to look at doing something different to what we are doing, because points are not enough. You know, points without wins, it's all well and good. You get 1 or 2 draws and then you get a win. Those 2 points become, the 2 points before it become good points. If you get 4 points in a row and then you lose it, those draws look really, really poor. And especially when we've taken the lead, you know, you know, you can look at it and go, and that's 4 games in a row where we haven't been behind in the game, but we don't look like winning one, and we've got to do better in that going forward. Like we said, we've got Birmingham on Saturday, and then hopefully the tiers are announced. You know, are we going to be one of the lucky 2,000 or 4,000 to go to the game? Obviously, we're season ticket holders, and maybe there'll be the return of Alfie, who we haven't seen that much recently, obviously. But, you know, we'd love nothing more than to be cheering on the boys. I just want to shout. I just want to shout more. Zach says to me all the time, Dad, they can't hear you when I'm shouting at the TV. Dad, the ref can't hear you. Well, I feel like he can, and I can't help myself. I try to relax.
We just want to be at the Den.
We just want to be at the Den, and hopefully at some stage in away games, but that won't be for some time. Thank you very much for watching the Mill Drive Home. Zach and I really appreciate your support. No one likes us.
We don't care.